Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Hello. I am good. Thank you. How are you? Good.
Good.
Okay. Excellent, guys. Very good. Okay. So it's 8:04. So we are going to start our class right away. Let's read. So the day is June 28th, and this is the second part of class number 1 of level B2.2. Okay. So let me show you the agenda for today, and then we will start with the attendance. Okay, so first we're going to watch a video related to urbanization. Is the next topic on the vocabulary for unit number 1 is about urbanization. So we're going to watch a video related to that. We're going to present all the vocabulary, our reading exercise on page number 8, and then we're going to do the review of the grammatical topic for unit 1, which is the continuous forms, okay? So all the continuous forms, present, past, the different uses that they have. And also, we are going to do a quizzes practice. If we have some time at the end, we will do the writing practice, okay? So this is the plan for today for our class. So I'm sorry if you hear any noise in the background. I apologize. And now let's start checking the attendance, okay? I will put the list here. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's start checking the list. Karen Acevedo.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Santiago Fonseca.
Here, teacher.
Okay, Kiara Martinez. Jorge Moreno. Jorge. Okay. Natalia Navarro.
Present.
Okay. Diego Olarte.
Present, teacher.
Manuela Ortiz. Joan Sebastián Pavón. Beatriz Pedraza. Xiomara Rincón.
Present, teacher.
Jessica Ríos.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Catherine Rodríguez. Marlon Sánchez. Mendy Santa. Manuel Sepúlveda.
Present, teacher.
Okay. María Alejandra Vega. And Vanessa Zambrano. All right. Okay, Mendy, thank you. Yes. Okay, one moment. All right, guys. So let's start with the first activities for today is a video we're going to watch related to the next topic of the vocabulary that we have to cover today is urbanization. So as you can see here in the next part, pages 8 and 9. Okay, Vanessa and Sebastian, thank you. I already put your attendance on the system. Next part, we have vocabulary related to urbanization. So as you can see, I wrote it here with Z and here is with S. So these words, globalization and urbanization, in British English, it's commonly used the letter S, and in American English, it's common to use the letter Z. Okay, so that's why you see the difference in spelling, but both are correct. Okay, so before we start, I want to share with you this video about urbanization and the future of cities. Okay, so we're going to watch it and answer the questions as we watch. Here is the link. Okay, so you're going to watch the video individually first. We have some questions. I think there are 10 questions in total. Yes, and so we have 5 minutes to watch the video and answer. And then once you finish, we will watch the video a second time and socialize the answer that you got. Okay, so again, I'll send you the link for the video, and I will give you 5 minutes to watch it. Right, guys, did you finish watching the video?
Not yet, teacher.
Okay. All right. Did you finish, guys? The video? Okay.
One last question left.
Okay, you can share your scores on the chat. Thank you, Diego. All right, guys. So we are now going to watch the video together. Sorry, because we have a lot to cover today. So this video was just for you to get like an introduction to our topic for the class. And in the first part, we're going to read about urbanization. Okay. So let's check the vocabulary. We're going to share the vocabulary before reading. Okay. Let's see. We have some words here. So you're going to check if you know the words reclaimed land, greenbelt land, overcrowding, shanty towns, residential areas, urban sprawl, squalor. So in this part, the activity is to tick the ones that we know and write a question mark next to the ones that we don't know, okay? Okay, we have three, sorry. Tick the ones that you know. For example, congestion. It's the same as in Spanish, so we know that. Maybe availability of housing, we are not sure, but we can guess. Podemos adivinarla. So we can put a question mark in front of it. And those that definitely we don't recognize, for example, a squalor, right? Or a shanty town. So you put an X next to the words that you don't recognize, okay? I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to do this. Don't worry, we are going to check the minutes together. In this part, I ask you to not use Google or the dictionary. Just think about what you already know and see what are your answers. Which one do you know? Which ones you can guess with a question mark, and the X next ones next to the ones that you do not know and that we need to check. Okay, so let's have 3 minutes for that, and then we will share the answers or the meaning of these different words all together. Okay, so only 3 minutes. Okay, I think you are ready. You already checked what you know, what you can guess, and what we definitely need to check. So the first one, reclaim land. Anyone has an idea of what this means? Or question mark or X?
In my case, question mark.
Question mark. So what did you guess? ¿Cuál es lo que crees que es? Okay, reclaim land.
I think that is a land near to the country.
Okay, a land near the country. Okay, reclaimed land. All right, next, the greenbelt land. Anyone has an idea? Question mark or X? Yes, Santiago?
It's an idea. I guess Greenbelt Land is a nature area, a natural area.
Okay, yes, you are correct. Yes, this is a natural area, greenbelt land. Overcrowding. Anyone? Yes, Santiago?
When there are enormous number of people in a place where it doesn't have which cannot contain them.
Yes.
So,
Yes, so we know it. We have a check. Yes, very good. For residential areas, for example, Karen, what did you put?
Question mark.
Question mark. And what did you guess? What do you think it is, residential areas?
Is I think is similar to the Spanish
Yes,
área residencia. But I'm
exactly.
not sure.
Yes, that is the answer. So apartment, houses in residential areas is the same as in Spanish. Okay, then Manuel, for shanty towns, what did you put?
I think it's an X teacher. I don't know what it is.
X, okay,
Yes.
shanty
Is
towns.
an irregular, I don't know how to say, asentamiento.
Okay, yes, yeah, this is the idea, like asentamiento. Then, Mendy, for sky-high property prices, do you have an idea?
Precios por los cielos.
Yes, exactly. Yes, so we know it. Sky-high property prices. Yes. Natalia, urban sprawl.
Teacher, I put a question mark, but I think that is an urban area, something.
Okay, an area, urban area. Okay.
Not sure.
Urban sprawl is like urban expansion. Okay, it's the same meaning. Expansión urbana, urban sprawl. Okay, then Sebastian, for squalor. What did you put, Sebastian? Check, question mark, or cross? Sebastian? Sebastian, not here. Vanessa, what do you think for squalor?
Teacher is miseria.
Miseria, yes, this is the meaning. Like mess or dirt is similar, squalor. Yes, then we have availability of housing, disponibilidad de casas, yes. ¿Cómo se dice? De residencia, housing. Xiomara, for infrastructure, what did you put?
Infraestructura, teacher.
Infraestructura, yes, so it's a tick. Jessica, demolition of all buildings.
In Spanish,
Yes,
derribar edificios.
yes,
Viejos?
exactly. Yes, demolition of all buildings is correct. Diego, high-rise buildings.
It could be like an rascacielos, maybe.
Exactly, yes, this is high-rise buildings. Jorge, no-go areas.
Honestly, I don't know, teacher.
Okay, but I think this one is pretty easy to guess. So go is in, and no-go areas means places that you cannot visit, right? Or that you should not visit.
Okay.
Okay, for example, here, no-go areas. You can see maybe it's because it's very dangerous, like thefts, or maybe what can we say? Drugs, murder, like all of this. So this is a no-go area. And finally, slums. Let's see. Anyone knows or has an idea what is a slum? No idea? Okay, so we are going to put an X in slums. Okay, let's check the new vocabulary. Okay, first we have reclaimed land. So this is land that was under the sea, or that is in a very poor condition, but it has been improved so that it is used for farming or building, okay? So usually reclaimed land refers to land that was recovered from like the ocean. The houses are built on reclaimed land near Lantau Island, okay? As you can see over here, right? This is reclaimed land. Then we have greenbelt land. So greenbelt land is a general term that refers to natural, undeveloped or agricultural lands that surround urban areas. Okay? This includes parks, open spaces, farms, ranches, wildlands. So can you think about examples of greenbelt land? Famous places that have greenbelt land?
Natural parks.
Natural parks. For example, what do you think? In Colombia or in other cities, in other places?
Teacher, maybe Barú in Colombia or
Yes.
Tierra Bomba.
Okay, yes. It's near urban cities or places, yes. So, but they are natural, undeveloped areas. So, as you say, Tierra Bomba, yes. Or maybe another famous example is Central Park in New York. Central Park is a greenbelt land, okay? Because it's natural, undeveloped green areas, okay? What else can we see? For example, yes, we have these areas maybe in Bucaramanga as well, in outside of the city where we have like forests, a lot of trees like this. These are called greenbelt lands, okay? Como cinturones verdes. Okay, then we have the word overcrowding. We already know what it is. The presence of more people or things in a space that is comfortable, safe, or permissible. For example, severe overcrowding at a football match. Okay, you can see here, overcrowding. Okay, this is shanty towns, what is commonly known as a shanty town, or also a squatter or a squatter settlement, as Jorge said, asentamiento ilegal. This is improvised buildings known as shanties or shacks. They are made of materials like mud or wood. Typically, a shanty town lacks infrastructure, including sanitation, safe water. Jorge asks, favela or comuna? Normally, these comunas or favelas start as shanty towns, but they, with time, they transform into slums, okay? So what is the difference between a shanty town and a slum?
The material of the house.
Yes, exactly. So here you can see it's like a plastic or cardboard, even wood. Yes, these are the materials. Now they like evolve a little bit and they're called slums. Yes, this is like more like invasion here. It started as shanty town, but with the time they transform into a slum, a very poor and crowded area of the city, okay, like comunas or favelas, okay? This is the main difference between the two. So, any questions about shantytown, slum, or any of the other vocabulary? Okay,
Teacher, can you please repeat the difference between shanty towns and slum?
Slum, yes. So shanty towns is like at the beginning when people build their houses with plastic cardboard, carton, wood, all of this. This is invasion, right? Shanty town. Then eventually, so with the time, they take these places and they transform it into a slum. It's also a poor area, very crowded, but now they have like the bricks, ladrillos, cement, yes, to build their houses. It's not like here with all the plastic and all the garbage, but it's like with you build with bricks, with cement, okay? This is the difference. All right. Okay, guys. So now that we have some clarity on the vocabulary, we're going to read the article and then we're going to answer the questions in part 3B. Okay, we're going to read it and answer. What has recently changed about humans? 2, why is there so much slum housing in the world? And 3, what was Le Corbusier's solution to the problems of urbanization in Paris? Okay, so let's read it and then we answer the questions. Let's start reading. Diego, you can read the first paragraph, please.
Yes, teacher. Humans are good at building cities. After all, we've been doing it for nine millennia. But a few years ago, for the first time in history, we officially become an human species, urban species. More of us now live in cities than in the countryside. That's over 3.5 billion people, and this global trend is heading over upwards. Experts believe that by 2050, 7 billion of us will be living in a urban environment, and the number just keep rising. Uh, the speed and scale of this change is unprecedented. Just to keep up with demand, we are currently building a new city the size of Washington, D.C. every 3 days, building more of the same, however, in just a temporary solution. As fast-growing cities bring with them numerous issues, such as overcrowding, slum housing, congestion, crime, pollution, and more.
Thank you, very good. Jorge, you can read the second paragraph, please. Part of the problem.
Okay, teacher. Part of the problem is that despite the number of people they house, cities only occupy 3% of the Earth's land surface. That's an awful lot of people to fit into such a small space, and most cities just weren't designed to cope. Sao Paulo, for example, suffers traffic jams of up to 180 kilometers on a bad day, and everywhere from Abu Dhabi to Zurich, limited variability and unlimited demand are driving property price sky high. In turn, this is leading to a massive global growth in slum housing. In Dhaka, for example, the capital of Bangladesh, and a city which will soon be bigger than Beijing or Mexico City, 60% of the residents live in shanty towns. So, what, if anything, can be done about urbanization?
All right, very good. Continue reading, Karen, perhaps.
Perhaps the solution is to knock down our old cities and start again. City planners are always coming up with heart-brained schemes like this. And the famous French architect and designer Le Corbusier was no exception. He devised a plan in the 1920s,
Yes.
1920s to demolish the center of Paris to make space for a series of high-rise buildings. To Le Corbusier, this was just a sensible solution to the dirt and squalor of Paris at the time, but had he succeeded, uh, it is doubtful that Paris will be attracting nearly 30 million tourists a year as it is today.
As it is today. Thank you, Karen. And Manuel, finally, you can read paragraph number.
Okay, teacher. Demolishing and rebuilding cities to meet modern needs is clearly impractical. So, what are the alternatives? The brand new city of Songdo in South Korea, Songdo in South Korea, and the more historic city of Medellin in Colombia offer two exciting but contrasting visions of how to cope with the problems of urbanization.
Yes, all right, very good. So we have read the text, the article. Now you're going to take some time if you need to reread it. So read it again to answer the questions in part 3B. If you have questions about vocabulary, let me know and we can solve it, okay? So you can take some time, read again, and then answer the three questions. What has changed recently about humans? Why is there so much slum housing in the world? And what was Le Corbusier's solution to the problems of urbanization in Paris? I'll give you 5 minutes and then we solve the answers, the question. Okay, let me know when you are ready, guys.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
what's the meaning of hard brain?
Okay, hard brain. This is, where is it? The phrase.
Third paragraph.
Third.
Yes, teacher. Second line.
The planners are always going to be coming up with hard brain schemes. Hard brain is like reckless. In Spanish, we can say like atolondrado, no muy inteligente, right? Reckless, empty-headed, sí, no, que no tienen mucho sentido. ¿Ok? Hard brain schemes con estos esquemas, como diríamos, hard brain schemes. Silly, como tontos.
Ideas
¿ok?
descabelladas.
Descabelladas, yes. Hard brain schemes like this.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
All right, guys, let me know when you have the answers to these 3 questions, okay? All right, let's check your answers, guys, for these 3 questions. So the first one, let's see if we have any volunteer. Number 1, what has recently changed about humans? Yes, Santiago?
Well, our species have become in a urban species because, well, we left the country, the nature, the jungle, well, as our previous species like the monkeys do or live, and we are became a completely unusual species to live in that kind of space.
Yes, this is the correct answer. So for the first time in history, humans have not lived the majority of their lives in the country, but now it's in cities, so we became an urban species. This is what recently changed about humans. Now, let's see, for example, Mandy, the second question. Why is there so much slum housing in the world? What do you think? Why is there so much slum housing in the world? Or anyone? If Mandy doesn't have the answer, another student. Do you have the answer? Porque hay casas o asentamientos tipo comunas o favelas, porque hay tantos en el mundo.
Because the people who move to the city doesn't
Yes.
have enough money to build a house.
Okay. We can say growing cities. The reason for this is because despite the number of people, that the house, cities occupy only 3% of the land's surface. Entonces, nos dice que las ciudades ocupan solo el 3% de la superficie de la Tierra. Entonces, toda la población, la densidad poblacional esté ubicada en esos puntos, pues genera sobrepoblación y las ciudades no alcanzan a crecer al mismo ritmo y se generan estos asentamientos, ¿ok? They cannot cope with all the people living there in the spaces. And finally, let's ask, for example, Natalia. What was Le Corbusier's solution to the problems of urbanization in Paris?
He devised a plan to demolish the center of Paris.
Yes.
To make space for high-rise buildings.
Yes, imagine this architect, Le Corbusier, wanted to demolish the Eiffel Tower and all the center of Paris to build high sky-rise buildings, okay? To locate all the people living in this area. Okay, excellent, guys. So in this part, in this article, we have examples of, yes, Le Corbusier is a very famous architect. These examples of uses of the continuous form, okay? So that is what we are going to do, finding the articles in the, finding phrases in this article that have the same meaning as the sentences that we have here. Give me up, okay. So, for example, the first, across the world, urbanization is happening faster and faster. Let's see here. Urbanization is happening faster and faster. What can we see that the sentence means the same? For example, here, this global trend is heading ever upwards, right? The experts believe that 7 billion of us will be living in an urban environment and the numbers just keep rising, okay? So urbanization is happening faster and faster. Aquí podemos decir. And the numbers just keep rising, ¿no? Los números siguen aumentando. So you are going to do the same, that underline the phrases that have the same meaning as these ones. Urbanization of this size and speed has never happened before. Esto nunca ha ocurrido antes. 3. Cities that grow quickly have a lot of problems. Las ciudades que crecen rápidamente tienen muchos problemas. Number 4. Cities weren't planned to house as many people. Las ciudades no fueron planeadas para contener a tantas personas. Too many people chasing too few homes is causing very high house prices. What can we do about people moving to the cities? Le Corbusier suggested doing this. He made a plan to knock down the center of Paris. Ya la tenemos. Okay? Demolish. The plan was to demolish the center of Paris. Ya la tenemos. And finally, number 9, knocking down and rebuilding cities is not going to work. Eso no va a funcionar. Tumbar ciudades y volverlas a construir no va a funcionar. Okay, so let's take again 6 to 7 minutes, and you're going to find phrases in the article that have the same meaning as these sentences over here. Okay? Okay, guys, are you ready? So can we check this exercise?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's start. So for the second one, for example, let's see, Natalia. Urbanization of this size and speed has never happened before. What is the sentence that has the same meaning? No?
Teacher, I'm not sure, but I put, let me check. Hey, I just. Okay, that's over 3.5 billion people, and this global trend is heading ever upwards.
Okay, not exactly, because look, here we have size and speed. Has never happened before. So here we have the speed, velocidad y escala. Este cambio es sin precedente, ¿ok? Entonces nunca ha ocurrido antes. Has never happened before. ¿Ok? Entonces aquí está exactamente is unprecedented. ¿Ok? For example, Santiago, the third one. The third is cities that grow quickly have a lot of problems.
Yes, teacher. The answer is as fast growing cities bring with them numerous issues.
Yes, this is correct. Where is this sentence? Here. Growing cities, I have it here. Fast growing cities bring with them numerous issues. They have many problems. Okay, thank you, Santiago. Jessica, number 4. Cities weren't planned to house as many people.
Most cities just weren't designed to cope.
Exactly, yes. Most cities weren't designed to cope with so many people. That is a lot of people to fit into such a small place. It is correct. Okay, who else is here? Se me desconectaron varios. Mendy, ¿quién más? No, Mendy is here. Sebastián and Xiomara. Okay, let me take.
I am here, teacher.
Yes, you are here, sorry. Is Xiomara and Sebastián. Okay. Xiomara. Yes, okay. So, for example, Diego. 5. Too many people chasing too few homes is causing very high houses prices. So this one is here. Limited availability and unlimited demand are driving property prices sky high. That is number 5, okay? Too many people chasing too few homes is causing very high house prices. 6, what can we do about people moving to the cities?
I'm looking. This is leading to a massive global growth in slum housing.
No, here. So what, if anything, can be done about urbanization? It is a question, okay? So what can we do about, ¿qué podemos hacer? What can we do about more people moving to the cities? okay? What, if anything, can be done about urbanization? Okay, it's a question. Number 7, Le Corbusier suggested doing this. What do we have? Le Corbusier devised a plan in the 1920s to demolish the center of Paris. Here we have this one. And the last one, knocking down and rebuilding cities is not going to work. We have demolishing and rebuilding cities is clearly impractical, okay? So that is the answer for the last one. Knocking them down and rebuilding cities is not going to work. All right, guys. Good. We're going to finish the reading exercise here because we can focus in the next part of the class, this final part of the class, in the continuous verb forms, okay? So let's check here on page number 9. We have some sentences. We have 2 sentences. Let's read them and then we answer the question. Karen, can you read both sentences that we have here, number 1 and number 2? Karen?
Yes, teacher.
Can you read the sentences, please? Number 1 and number 2.
Since 2004, the city has invested over 600 million in cable cars.
Mm-hmm.
2, since 2004, the city has been investing money in cable
cars, yes.
in cable cars.
So we have a question. In which sentence is the writer more interested? In the action in progress? And in which sentence is more interested in the results? So in the first sentence, the city has invested over 600 million in cable cars. Is more interested in the action in progress or in the result?
In the result.
Yes, the first sentence is focusing on the results, $600 million in cable cars. And the second sentence is focusing on what? The city has been investing money in cable cars. This is focusing on the action in progress or the result.
Action in progress.
Yes, this is the action in progress. So that is why we're going to review today the different uses of the continuous form and when do we use it in each case, okay? We have 5 sentences here, and then we have some grammatical structure or tenses. The simple form, the future continuous, the continuous passive, the present continuous is 2 time, and the present perfect continuous. So you're going to match these examples to these structures. For example, I will help you with the first one. The first one is, humans have been building cities for 9 millennia. Have been building cities is, this is the present perfect continuous, okay? So you're going to do the same, match these examples to the structures over here, okay? Sorry, let's take 3 or 4 minutes to do this exercise and then we check it together. All right, guys, ready? Do you have the answers or do you need a bit more time?
Ready, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's check. So let's start with Jessica. The second sentence, experts believe that by 2050, 7 billion of us will be
It's
living
a
in an...
simple form.
Yes. So the first part is believe. Let's change the color. Believe is a simple form. It is correct. Thank you. Silmara, next. Million of us will be living in an urban environment. What is will be living?
The future continuous, teacher.
Yeah, yes, this is will be living is future continuous. Excellent. Let's see, Sebastian, number 3. We are currently building a new city the size of Washington, D.C. every 3 days. Sebastian? You can write, Sebastian, you can write your answer. Remember, guys, if you don't have microphone, you can use the chat, okay? But you need to participate in class. So, Sebastian, what is the answer? We are currently building a new city the size of Washington, D.C. every 3 days. No? Okay. Remember, guys, we evaluate participation every day. And I will put the grade accordingly. So this is the present continuous. Yes, one of the examples of present continuous, we are currently building the size of a new city. Santiago. Oops. Next is the global trend is heading ever upwards.
Present continuous too.
This is also present continuous, yes. And the last one, Karen, you can read it, please. Plans are in the process.
Plans are in the process of being drawn up for 20 more cities like Songdo.
Yes, this is what? The continuous passive form. The plans are in the process of being drawn up. Están en el proceso de ser o están siendo diseñados, being drawn up for 20 more cities like Songdo. All right, so this continuous form is commonly used to express these ideas. So now we continue with these examples, but matching them to the ideas below. So for a situation that is temporary, for these sentences, which one is temporary? We are currently building a new city. Pues para situaciones que son temporales, usamos el presente continuo. Actualmente estamos construyendo una nueva ciudad. No es algo que vaya a ser constante. No es algo temporal. We are currently building a new city. Entonces vamos a hacer lo mismo con las otras situaciones. To show an action happening around a point of time. To describe changes and developments. To show duration. And to show that an action is incomplete. ¿Okay? Tenemos 4 situaciones más. una situación que ocurre en un tiempo determinado o alrededor, cerca a un tiempo. Describir cambios y desarrollo, la que muestra duración y para demostrar que una acción está incompleta. Okay? From these examples, you match it to the correct ideas. Okay, I'll give you some time and then we can check. All right, let me know when you are done with this activity through the chat, please. All right, guys, are you ready or do you need a little more time? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes,
Maybe
teacher,
1 minute.
one more time, please.
Okay. All right, let's compare, guys. So, Diego, let's see for letter B, situation B, to describe an action that happened around a point in time.
Teacher, I think that the answer is 1. Humans have been building cities for 9 millennia.
Okay, not really. This one, because they have been building them from 9 millennia until now. This shows duration, okay? The difference in meaning. Han estado construyendo por 9 milenios. Es duración. Here, for example, believe that in 2050, eso sucederá en un momento determinado. They believe that in 2050, 7 billion of us will be living in a urban environment, okay? Eso será en un momento determinado del tiempo, okay? Para el 2050, okay? Let's see. Entonces dijimos que la D era la de 9 millennia. To show duration, we can put this one. And okay, let's put it over here. Voy a escribirlos todo en uno solo, mejor. Porque así se me dificulta más. Okay. So letter B is number 2. We say letter D is number 1. Let's see, for example, Mandy for letter C to describe changes and developments. ¿Cuál pusiste para
teacher.
cambios?
I'm thinking.
Okay, to show, describe.
Change, maybe number 2. Experts believe that by 2050, 7 billion of us will be living in an urban environment.
No, esa, la número 2 es de tiempo determinado en el futuro. Para el 2050, they believe that 2050, 7 billion of us will be living in urban environment. Entonces, esa es tiempo determinado, around the point of time. La que nos demuestra cambios y desarrollo. ¿Cuál puede ser?
Okay, number 5.
Is 4.
Oh.
Is heading upwards. Este proceso, esto va creciendo, ¿no? Se va dirigiendo hacia arriba. Entonces está cambiando y desarrollándose. Y el último, la E, es la acción que está incompleta. The action is incomplete is number 5. Están en proceso de ser diseñados, ¿ok? Están en el proceso de ser diseñados, entonces no están completos. To show an action that is incomplete, ¿ok? Here we have the answers. So, I think it's not very clear, the situations, right? Where can we use each one? Yes? Not really?
Not really, teacher.
Okay, So don't worry. Today we are going to do some extra practice, but I think tomorrow we can dedicate a bit more time to study all the grammatical aspects of the future continuous. Okay, so we are going to finish over here, and then or let's continue today, and if we don't finish, we continue tomorrow. So here we have a question. Why can't the word believe in this exercise number 2, why it cannot be used in the continuous form? Okay, can you tell me why? Why we cannot use the word believe, el verbo believe, en la forma continua?
Because it's an static verb.
Yes, this is an state verb. Excellent. So let's check the grammatical aspect of it. This grammatical part is a little bit dense and is very long, but it's a review of what you already know. Esta parte de la gramática es bastante densa, larga, es extensa, pero es repaso de lo que ya hemos visto. ¿Okay? Páginas 112 y 113, page 112 and 113. So let's start over here very quickly. The uses of the continuous verb forms. ¿Cuáles son estos usos? The general use to describe actions that happened over a period of time. Acciones que ocurren sobre un periodo de tiempo. I hear you're doing a cookery course. Oí que estás haciendo un curso, entonces estás haciendo es un tiempo. We were watching an interesting series about murders. Estuvimos viendo una serie o estamos viendo una serie sobre asesinatos. Okay? A period of time we use the continuous verb forms. Que duró, tiene una duración, ¿no? También los usamos para hablar de situaciones temporales. We are staying with my uncle while the house is being decorated. Nos estamos quedando con mi tío mientras la casa está siendo decorada. Es algo temporal. Situaciones ocurren alrededor de un punto en el tiempo, ¿no? No es... sí, nos dan un tiempo, situaciones que ocurrieron a esa hora o antes o después, ¿no? Durante ese periodo. At 12 o'clock, James was still working on his computer. A las 12, James todavía estaba trabajando en su computadora. Involving change or development, lo que vimos, las que incluyen cambio o desarrollo. She was getting more disobedient every day. Ella se estaba volviendo más desobediente cada día. Is changing or developing, okay? And actions that are incomplete, acciones que están incompletas. We were having a very interesting conversation before you interrupt, ¿no? Están incompletas. Estábamos teniendo una conversación interesante, entre paréntesis, antes de que tú interrumpieras. Okay? These are situations where we use the continuous form. Okay? Temporary, happening around a point in time, involving change or development, or incomplete actions. Okay? Clear? We have here like a reminder, important information that the idea of incompletion is important with the continuous perfect forms. Entonces, acá nos hacen un énfasis. La idea de que está incompleto es importante, especialmente para oraciones con la forma perfecta continua, porque la forma perfecta simple enfatiza el haber completado la acción. Entonces, por ejemplo, acá, the local council have been spending a lot of money. El consejo local ha estado gastando mucho dinero en nuevas vías. Este tiempo continuo, have been spending, le da énfasis a que la situación, la acción no se ha completado. The action is not completed, ¿ok? Si estuviera completa, diríamos, the local council have spent a lot of money on new roads. And now they are finished, ¿ok? So the continuous gives emphasis into the incompletion of the activity. We had been downloading some files from the internet. Habíamos estado descargando unos documentos del internet, ¿ok? We didn't finish. Esto nos da énfasis en que la acción no se completó, ¿ok? With the present perfect continuous, particular, ¿ok? All right, this is the first part. Now, other use of the continuous infinitive also emphasizes that the action is in progress in a particular time. For example, everyone seems to be speaking English. Esto es continuo con infinitivo. To be speaking English. Esto nos da énfasis a una situación en progreso. They are speaking English when you hear them. Eso le da énfasis a que dices, ahora todos parecen estar hablando en inglés. Cuando los oigo, ¿no? Cuando la acción está en progreso. If I say, everyone seems to speak English, this is a generality. They are generally able to speak English. Aquí la diferencia es, they seem to be speaking English, se refiere a que hablan inglés cuando yo los escucho. Están hablando inglés cuando está la acción en progreso, yo los escucho. Si uso, everyone seems to speak English is generally. They generally speak English. Okay? Now, some special uses. Estos son los usos generales. Ya los vimos cuáles son del continuo. Ahora, algunos usos especiales. What are the special uses? Always plus the continuous form. So, always start work early. Entonces, aquí nos da la forma de, este es el tiempo simple. I always start work early. Eso indica que algo sucede regularmente, normal. Cuando usamos always, no sé si recuerdan por allá en el A2 que habíamos dicho con always, never, usamos el tiempo simple. Sí, generalmente sí, pero no siempre. Podemos usar always más la forma continua. Por ejemplo, Stanley was always dreaming of strange schemes to make money. Esto nos hace énfasis en lo repetitivo de la acción. This stresses the repetitiveness of the action. Okay? And this indicates that the speaker thinks this is surprising, strange, or irritating. Entonces, veamos cómo nos da tanto significado ese always más continuo. Da énfasis a la repetición de la acción y que nosotros encontramos esa acción sorpresiva, extraña o irritante. Christian is always smiling. Christian siempre está sonriendo. Eso nos puede parecer extraño o sorprendente, ¿ok? I am always locking myself out. Yo siempre me estoy quedando por fuera. O sea, eso me irrita, ¿no? I am always doing this. Is something irritating about me. Yes? Question? No?
Yes, teacher. About the first one.
Here?
Yes. The first one, the one that says, I always start work early.
Okay.
It's a little confusing for me because I would say, or I would imagine like start working maybe. And why?
No. In this case, el verbo es start. Work es el trabajo. ¿Ok? No es empiezo a trabajar, sino yo siempre empiezo el trabajo temprano. Entonces, work aquí no es el verbo. Yo empiezo el trabajo. ¿Ok? Yo siempre empiezo el trabajo temprano.
Okay.
¿Ok? This is the difference. Entonces, este always más un verbo simple simplemente indica regularidad. Cuando tenemos always más un verbo con continuous indica que es una acción repetitiva que encontramos sorprendente, extraña o irritante.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. Other other uses we have with the verb, for example, constantly, forever, continually, etc. Verbos lo podemos usar del mismo modo con constantly, forever o continually. How can I be expected to work if you are constantly interrupted? ¿Cómo esperas que yo trabaje si tú estás constantemente interrumpiendo? Okay? Constantly interrupt or continually criticize. Igual indica acción repetitiva que nos genera molestia o sorpresa. Okay? My parents were continually criticizing me. Okay, so let's finish with the past continuous for polite requests and for future arrangements. For past polite requests, para peticiones educadas, okay? We can use it to make requests more polite and tentativas, okay? It's not the same if I say, for example, Paul, can you recommend me a good restaurant? It's like very direct, okay? This is a request that is very direct. Some people prefer to use this past continuous. I was wondering if you could recommend a good restaurant, okay? Me preguntaba si podía recomendarme un buen restaurante, okay? Is more polite and tentative. No suena tan directo o imponiendo a la otra persona. Okay? I was hoping you might help me with this application form. Estaba esperando que tú tal vez podías ayudarme con esta aplicación. Okay? O llenar esta forma. So it's more polite and more tentative. All right? And finally, we have, well, let's stop there for today because we only have 5 minutes left. Do not worry, guys. Tomorrow, I will talk with teacher Sandy, so I think we can continue with the explanation of the grammar tomorrow in our part of the class, okay? Do not worry, we will finish this tomorrow. You can read it. If you have questions, let me know. So today I want to finish with little quizzes. It's very easy about the future forms. So let's join the game. And you have to select the correct verb in each case. Okay, let's join the quizzes. Okay, we have 5 students. We have to start. We only have 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's finish the activity. Okay, the winners, Karen, Manuel, and Jorge. Very good. All right, guys. So that is all for today. Remember, tomorrow we will continue with the grammatical part of it. Okay, do not worry about it. Thank you guys for participating. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good night, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.